Welcome back everyone to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. We're going to do our part two of the Apocalypse paint through. We've got the Antichrist. You can see the miniature here right out of the box. We're prepping for gameplay for both Mark of the Beast scenario from Apocalypse expansion as well as the Leviathan setup. So we're going to get the Antichrist painted up. We're also going to do some touch-ups of some miniatures that I started painting before, namely the Leviathan. I'm just basically the only thing I want to change this is I want to hit it with a flat primer. So I'm going to do a spray over of this at the end of the video while I spray up the Antichrist figure, and then also I want to do a little bit of touch-ups. I've got kind of a base coat on the Beast miniature. It's just basic white and some kind of sand feather highlights that I've done. I want to do some facial details around the gums, the teeth, the eyes, the horns. So yeah, so we'll do some of that. Like I mentioned, this is for the Mark of the Beast playthrough. We're going to set up Mark of the Beast as our next gameplay, so you guys can go check out our links below. Mark of the Beast comes right after our Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. It features the Beast and the Antichrist. And then the next scenario after that is going to be the Leviathan series that's got the Leviathan. And I'll also have to do a follow-up from that one because we'll have the Archangel, the Griffin, the Triumph, a Unicorn, the Lamb of God, and also I think the Ark of the Covenant. And so for reference, I found this cool image someone else had done. I'll do variations of that for the Antichrist. I kind of like that palette. I've got these palette paints in the back right there. You can see I've got a sand. I've got a couple of citadels, copper, yellow, metallic blue, gray, a red, a beige, some purple, some light blue, a NATO black. So we'll kind of go into that with those, and I get painting on the palette. I'm also going to use my handy magnifying jeweler's lens here. I need to paint this for the details, so this thing is pretty handy. I use it on most all of my paintings. So first up, I'm going to do a quick hit on this miniature with some purple for the robes. This is the citadel that I'm going to use, and I'm going to also hit the rocks up with a kind of like a reddish wash color. I'll use a little bit of red and black. I'll also use the lion features. He looks like a humanized lion, this mini. So I'm going to hit him with this Ahriman blue, appropriately named Ahriman blue. Hey, if you guys want to help us out, like and subscribe on the channel below. You can check out our bookstore and our Patreon below. That really helps us to grow the channel. As you guys know, we're trying to grow the channel. We've got tons of Joan of Arc gameplay videos out there. So here you can see we've got the first coat on the Antichrist. We've got that blue. We've got the robes initially painted. I'm going to move on now to some of the details on the stone, on his kind of his throne chair that's behind him, and we'll get those, start hitting on those. And yeah, like I was saying, we've got a lot of gameplay videos for Joan of Arc out there. If you're interested, go check out our gameplay playlists. You can also check out Song of Ice and Fire, a lot of miniature paintings there. We've done all the expansions so far that we've done for Joan of Arc, our Legendary Dragon, the main box set, Reliquary, and now we're working on Apocalypse. For Song of Ice and Fire, we've done Baratheon, the Night's Watch, the Lannister versus Stark starter set. So you can go check those out, all those paint throughs as well. And then we've got Conan by Monolith paint through videos, Cthulhu Wars miniatures, War of the Rings miniatures painted. So lots and lots of mini paintings out there. So thanks a lot for supporting us there and checking out those videos. So we've got the base painted now. I used copper for all of the metallics on his staff, on his crown, and on his emblem there. And then I've also used some bone white type of color for the bodies that are buried in the stone that supports his throne. So his throne is sort of built on these souls of the damned. It looks like embedded in the rock. You can see them around the statue. So now I'm going to use a shade that'll add some blue tone and get the deep crevices of the throne, of the rocks below the throne, and as well as in the lion features in his robes a bit too. So I'm going to hit the model with those. And also try to not be too heavy on the lion ports of the face, just to kind of get the highlights to pop there. And I will go over these again with some highlighting after I do the wash, after the wash dries. I also went ahead and for the beast figure, I painted red for the horns across the beast, also red claws, and I used some pink for the tongues and some of those jaw kind of muscles on the side of the mouth. You can see them highlighted here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is coming along real nicely. I'm not going to do too much more on this, just getting it tabletop ready, but I kind of like this look already. And then you can see the washes are still wet on the Antichrist, but making him really pop now and having some of those features. I kind of want to go over those creatures embedded in the rock below the throne with some white highlights or some bone gray highlights. So now you can see all three of our models on the table. These will definitely be featured in the next three games, which are the Mark of the Beast, the Leviathan, and Armageddon, and that will wrap up our gameplay. So that's those are the next seasons of Apocalypse play. Now here we got the clear coating going on. I'm going to hit all of these with the clear coat. Before we hit them with the clear coat, we let them dry. I'd say a couple hours just to get them sticky. First, we're going to hit the Antichrist figure, and again, I'm going to do some coats. I'm going to rotate it, just lightly spray it with the flat black. I know I always talk about this. I usually will paint. For some reason, I like painting my Cthulhu Death May Die with a gloss coat, but a lot of these war game figures, I tend to paint them with a flat clear coat, and this is the same. I do it mostly with Joan of Arc. I hit them with the flat paint, and you'll see the way it looks when I grab this up close. I can take a couple of close-up shots of this out in the sunlight. It looks real clear. But you can see I've got the mini's really popping now. You can see how he's got his blue fur, he's got his copper crown, he's got his stone throne with some copper highlights. He's got the iron ore looking rocks that his throne is based on, and he's got those corpses embedded in the stone. It looks pretty good. Next up, we're going to hit the beast with flat. Again, I had already clear coated this with a gloss clear coat, and I hated how it looked. It did not look at all. It didn't look good at all, just because of the way the clear made the feathers seem too shiny, too plasticky. So I'm going to hit the whole model with the flat clear coat, and also hit the highlights I did with the red horns and claws and in the mouth. So you can see this is coming along real nice. This is going to look great on the tabletop. Notice how I've kept all those underpainting from the Zenithal Prime. You see a lot of the black highlights just naturally jump out, so didn't have to do too much detail work on that one. And then finally, hitting the Leviathan with the flat clear coat as well. I did kind of keep some areas of the Leviathan from the first paint through not gloss clear coated, but I noticed that I left some tentacles. I thought the tentacles might look good, a bit glossy, but in the end, I'm going to go over all that, and I think it's going to look much better without that. And we'll get these all ready for the next game. Leviathan won't be in the next game. Next game will be Mark of the Beast, featuring the Beast and Antichrist, and then Leviathan will be the game after. So seasons 11 and 12. And here you can see it looks real nice now. You can see it looks very cool. Just with the blue highlights, the glowing faces, and the brightness of the eyes and the mouths for this three-headed lion. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. What do you think about the minis? What do you think about the paint jobs? Are you excited to see the gameplay for Armageddon? The next, we're going to keep continuing this Apocalypse campaign for the next 3 seasons. So looking forward to getting these on the table. I will have a third part of the Apocalypse paint through. We'll start going through some of the other minis like Judgment, Triumph, the Ark of the Covenant will be a piece that we're going to paint, and the Lamb of God. So that'll be the next paint through, and we'll wrap up the Apocalypse. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. As usual, be sure to like and subscribe below. If you feel like leaving a comment or any links below, I'd be glad to see them. Check out our bookstore and our Patreon, and we'll see you out in the gameplay. Thanks for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.